Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Yasmin Hanani Muhammad Safian. I'm a associate professor in UC Science Islam Malaysia. And inshallah today I will share with you a research titled Maqasid Shariah based governance framework for halal industry in Malaysia. As we know, halal industry is very important for Malaysia industry, and Sharia governance is an important component in halal industry. Appropriate mechanism should be established to ensure the halal certified company, or we call as pemegang sijil halal, they comply with the Sharia principles. Unlike Islamic finance, halal industry is less regulated. Halal certification is not compulsory, and even halal certificate holding company sometimes does not have a clear Sharia governance. Halal certified holder only requires to form an internal halal committee to ensure the company fulfill its duty and promise to the stakeholders and the customer. Hence, the establishment of Sharia governance frameworks is very important to gain public and shareholders' confidence. Thus, this study investigates the structure of halal governance in the current JAKIM's requirement and will propose a Maqasid Shariah-based governance framework for halal industry in Malaysia. Related documents and expert views were analysed in this study. Now we move. What is the problem statement? Nowadays we know halal industry does not only attract Muslim customers, but non-Muslim customers as well. It is related to the highest quality of product and services that customer consume or use. The global halal market today size is expected to reach $9.71 trillion by 2025. Despite of huge prospect of halal industry for Malaysia, there are certain concerns over halal governance, red tape issues in halal certification process, miscommunication between agencies and industries, lacking of control and oversight function, and this has called for a proper research to address this matter. Authorities and government agency and board of halal certified companies must be empowered to discharge their duties to address the issue. And in this research, we have already employed three methods. First, official documents and policy have been analysed throughout the studies. These include the requirement of halal governance that are currently established during 2020, and it has been detailed out in Malaysia Halal Management System and also standards. Samples of manual for internet and halal control system for small and micro enterprises has also been investigated in the studies, and we also interview experts from JAKIMs and industrial players throughout the study. And then we go to the literature review. A study conducted by Matulidi, they claim that the perception of halal industry in Malaysia has been tarnished due to the government failure in several issues. First, lack of public service delivery needs, such as the ambiguity of function, conflicting roles, pool of job, etc. This study highlighted three main components for a sustainable halal governance: formulating, implementing, and regulating a systematic governance. This study also highlighted concerns over unclear guidance and requirement, lack of proper policy and monitoring, which make it very difficult to prove if a product manufacturer adhere to halal requirement. However, it should be noted, we found out that halal certified company, whether small, micro, medium, and large company, they need to establish a proper internal halal control system and also halal assurance system as required in the latest Malaysian Halal Management System MHMS 2020. Hence, this will address the issue of unclear guidance, lack of proper policy. This has been addressed brilliantly by the authority, especially by Department of Islamic Development Malaysia, JAKIM. And we then see also a research has been done by Masud 1995 as regard for the modern application of Islamic law. The author has agreed that the Shatibi Muwafaqat has been used extensively. Why Muwafaqat? Because in this writing, Shatibi has lined down the Maqasid Shariah. What is Maqasid Shariah? Maqasid Shariah is the objective of Sharia that has been acknowledged by Ramadan al-Buti, and also all Muslim activities we know must in line with the Maqasid Shariah. And also, we know the formation or establishment of halal corporate governance must fulfill the objective of Sharia, the protection of religion through upholding the halal laws, protecting the life by ensuring the industry complies with halal and tayyiban aspect, and protecting the wealth of people through the halal industry business venture and prospect. It is noteworthy to mention that Maqasid Shariah is a high-level concept in Islamic jurisprudence, and it cannot be understood without having a clear comprehension on all Sharia decisions. And we also know that many understand corporate governance is actually set of rules, regulation, policies, procedures, and also process by which a company or enterprise or industry is controlled. In addition, many researchers have examined the differences and similarities between Sharia and governance and also conventional corporate governance. Other researchers, however, adds that apart from rules, process, and procedure, governance is also defined as a set of relationship between a company's board, the shareholders, and other stakeholders that provide structure and mechanism through which the objective of the company are set and the means of attaining those objectives, as well as monitoring performance and also are determined. As we know, many understood that the importance of halal governance, it actually can attract the customers' confidence and also the Sharia, the shareholder confidence. And we know how we want to address this issue too, and then we come with a proper corporate governance that in line with Maqasid Shariah. Official document that has been vetted and policy that have been analysed throughout this study has been used to come out with a proper governance framework. There are many essential elements in halal corporate governance that we study, including Islamic accountability and responsibility, independency, and also objectivity, competency, confidentiality, commitment, consistency, Sharia audit, and also Sharia review, and also the transparency in decision making and disclosure. However, some added value that can be taken into consideration, corporate social responsibility, and also ethicality. Credit also must be given to the corporate governance in Malaysia Islamic financial institution through the establishment of its Sharia governance framework. As we know, Maqasid Shariah and also halal governance is actually close and related to each other. It is proposed in this study that halal corporate governance framework includes external and also internal control of the companies. Focus should be made on Islamic accountability and responsibility, independency, and also objectivity. Now, we see the proposed external governance structure. As we know, controlling bodies is very important. Halal Malaysia Council or Malaysia Halal Council, MHM, chaired by Prime Minister of Malaysia, is a special entity that has been established to coordinate all halal-related agencies. This has been established after the dissolution of Special Cabinet Committee for the Management and Development of Halal Industry during 2016. The establishment of this council is essential in the structure of Malaysian halal governance. It has been decided that JAKIM will be responsible for the governance, certification, and any Sharia-related matters. On the other hand, Malaysia Halal Industry Development Council or HDC works together with various halal development-related ministries to ensure growth of halal industry. Although this council HDC is not directly related to the governance structure, but the existence is important in the development of halal talents. Although the establishment of Malaysia Halal Council is very essential, Malaysia still needs a specific Halal Act to empower a specific government institution to have a superior control over the halal industry. Why? Because this will enable the institution to legally exercise controlling and monitoring function over the halal industry. And then we can see we do have here halal control body, and we have so here certain bodies, board technical committee, board risk committee, and also board Shariah committee. And then we look into the proposed internal halal governance. Good corporate governance practice needs to be implemented in a halal certificate holder, or what we call as halal certified company, that reinforces ethical, prudent, and also professional behavior to uphold Sharia requirement. Example must be set by the board and also senior management. The company needs to set out the policy and also demonstrate their governance arrangement are operating effectively and remain appropriate given their sizes, nature, and their own halal scheme. According to MHMS, internal halal committee must be set up and established, and halal executive must be appointed. However, although the improvement have been made for the appointment of halal executive, but there are certain rooms of improvement. Internal halal governance, as we know, refers to the set of rules and controls governing a halal company. And we must focus on the key responsibility of the board in halal company. The director must have and also must have responsible to ensure the sustainable growth and financial soundness of halal company, but at the same time, they should be made responsible to ensure reasonable standards of fair dealing, and halal standards must be followed throughout the activities of the company without undue influence from any party. Therefore, the board needs to foster integrity and orderly function of halal business, fair, responsible, and professional business conduct according to Sharia requirement, and they must strive to protect the interests of shareholders, employees, and most importantly, Muslim customers. And the function of internal halal committee required by JAKIM is to support the governance function in the company. It is suggested that the board also involved in the halal governance decision making. The director need to have clear objective and also clear direction of the company. As for the conclusion, as we know, examining the latest 2020 Malaysia Halal Management System that replaced the guideline for Halal Assurance Management System, this system has provided a better governance framework. However, this study has also come out with the additional external internal governance structure for Malaysia halal industry. Government initiative should be given to halal companies that practice true Sharia corporate governance. A specific halal act and specific halal control body need to be established to ensure proper halal governance take place. At the same time, directors and managers of halal certified companies can also make a significant contribution to Sharia corporate governance, especially in providing training to inculcate a culture at every level of the company. Thank you very much, and Assalamualaikum.